Dong Kong Them Jin Jin. Slayy. Nice moves. Wanna play Fortnite later? emoji emoji tongue emoji.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls up against the Golden State Warriors. Well, for the Warriors, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. Well, for Golden State, they certainly didn't struggle before Steve Kerr became head coach, but since his arrival, he has this team executing one of the most beautiful offenses in the league.
It reminds me.
Welcome aboard, everybody. This is Wednesday Night Basketball of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. The Chicago Bulls here to defend the home court, playing host to the Western Conference. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. And it's Barnes at the 3, a small forward. Yes, sir. And you think about Stephen Curry, clearly one of the greatest shooters the league has ever seen. Clark, I think you could make a case that he's the best off-the-dribble three-point shooter in league history. What do you think?
Hey, I think he's the best total shot maker shooter we've had in the league. When you look at all aspects of shooting, I don't know if anybody's ever been better.
And that one's good. Barnes. Here's Rose. Second chance shot, and it's Noah laying it in.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow, just like he got there.
It's stolen by Rose. Outside Butler. Runner. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Curry against Rose. And a miss there on the triple.
Outstanding perimeter defense there. That was a well-contested shot.
Yeah, and you know he takes a lot of pride in his defense. There are no easy threes if he's on you.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And Green with the basket on the assist by Bogut.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
To the inside. The kick out to Rose. Down it goes. His third basket. He's now 3 for 4. Here's Curry. Green inside the three-point line. Goes back up, and there's the nice layup by Barnes.
Very nice pickup of the offensive rebound. And once he gets his hands on it, you know it's going back up and back in.
Now here's Rose. He has 6. Dishes it to Gasol. Pulls it from the elbow. Green with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
That's a 2 from Barnes. And that one goes long. For Chicago, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. And it's Rose penetrating. That's good.
And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger.
Derrick Rose, unbelievable spirit. We know about his toughness, his fought through injuries of all kinds that might cause a lesser competitor to hang up his sneakers.
And competitor, that's the word, Kevin. I mean, he was impossible to outcompete at the high school level, the college level, and now in the pros. A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
The Bulls leading by 3. In the corner, it's Dunleavy. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time.
And, you know, back to D. Rose for a moment. He drives the lane now as hard as he did before the injury. It's a level of fearlessness that only a few guys possess. It's not cheap. You either have it or you don't.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Chicago foul.
And, you know, back to D. Rose. He grew up in a brutally dangerous neighborhood on Chicago's south side. Some of that fearlessness, that competitiveness he exhibits was learned early on out of necessity.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Taj Gibson's checked in for Gasol. Mirotic comes in for Dunleavy. Kirk Heinrich, he's checked in for Butler. And it's Brooks in for Derrick Rose. And the call will be against Sean Livingston. That is his first foul of the game. Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Draymond Green. Gibson the screen. Brooks with no one around. Offensive rebound.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Barbosa's got his first 2 points of the night.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
To the paint, here's Heinrich. And it's good, assisting on the play. Brooks. Heinrich's got his first basket.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number 1 for them right now.
Poked away. Goes up on the wing.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
Yeah, I agree. Not a lot of activity chasing down their misses. Some teams focus on getting back. I understand that. But you should send at least one guy after those.
Gibson. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Taj Gibson at the line for the Bulls. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And for most of his career, Taj Gibson has been a tremendous role player up front. GA, he's been extremely steady over 6 full seasons.
And Kevin, he gives you a lot of energy and athleticism when he enters the game. He's got the great length with that 7'4" wingspan. But to me, it's not just about having it. It's about the fact that he utilizes it. And it really allows him to get in there and attack the backboard and contest shots.
Chicago leading by 5.
Chicago timeout call.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. It was the season of destiny, and the Warriors certainly followed through. Clark, the best team in the league all year, and they finished the job beating the Cavs in the finals.
And they were on a mission from the get-go. They would become another team to win 65 games or more and win the finals. Impressive work. Excellent communication on the inbound play there, guys. He got in a good position, and the pass was as it needed to be, on time and on target.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
The drive by Brooks. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And for the Warriors, they had tough opponents the whole way. I mean, the Pelicans, Grizzlies, and Rockets, they all put up fights. The Cavs in the finals were just as tough with LeBron, but the Warriors found a way to come through. That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And again, no good by Golden State. The Bulls leading by 9. Goes up on the block. It's rebounded by Livingston. Golden State's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And there's Barbosa. That's good on the assist by Iguodala. Barbosa's got his second basket of the night. And Brooks. Here we go. Here's Noah. 2 on the clock. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And just another example, Kevin, of how they built this lead, just outworking.
Greg, that was definitely an effort play right there. You talk about that all the time, fighting to get proper position, then slamming home the... Every down, Steph Curry, a player within the gym range, told us about his comfort.
Anywhere 5-6 feet outside that three-point line.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry, and tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
Derrick Rose.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
You've got to like the consistency with which they're hitting that mid-range jumper.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
And Golden State, looking at who they've got. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. And it's Barnes and it's small forward.
And a big height advantage right there.
You know, it's tough to bring a big man that far away from the goal, but that might be a mismatch they're willing to live with.
Rose, that's good.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow, but Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer, was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available.
Second chance shot. Steph Curry with the rebound.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Dunleavy for 3. Another 3 for Chicago.
Well, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passes.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Well, Greg, for Hoiberg, it's his first job as an NBA head coach. Now, we know he played. He's been a part of an NBA front office. Clark, he came from Iowa State, where he honed his coaching skills and was highly respected.
Yeah, very much respected, particularly as an offensive coach. And we know the Bulls are pretty solid defensively, and he'll be looking to ramp up that offensive approach for that team, and I think he will.
So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. The Warriors have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. And he knocks down the first one.
And guys, Steph Curry, the rare point guard who's almost as effective playing off the ball as he is on it. And the Warriors have really emphasized that as he's evolved as a player, bringing in a lot of playmakers who can set him up coming off screens.
Stephen Curry hits them both. And speaking of Curry playing off the ball in the past, Clark, we'd see him guarding shooting guards defensively. Some said trying to hide him against lesser offensive plays.
Well, I think guarding two guards gave him a chance maybe to save some energy for the offensive end. But recently, Steve Kerr has had him on point guards more. You want your best players taking the challenge at both ends of the court.
And Dunleavy gets it to go in.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness. Boy, they're getting a bunch more threes up here in the second quarter.
Yeah, and they're getting trigger happy. You can't win the game with one shot. You've got to vary it up. Challenge the defense.
That was the third straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better.
And that one's good. 16 points for Derrick Rose.
They're on fire from mid-range, guys. They found a weakness in the defense, and they're exploiting it to a T.
And it's not often you see a team as efficient from that short 17, as I like to call it, but it's really worked well for them today.
Shot from 12. It's Chicago with another bucket.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Greg, they keep pulling up and watching them go down. It's a really nice thing to see.
Another shot. That one wide left. The Bulls leading by 20. Dunleavy for three. Thompson with the rebound.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Chicago was as strong as they would have hoped for last season at home in the United Center. A lot of big wins for them here.
Yeah, and despite all the injuries, they go 27-14 at home, and that helped to assure them of home court in the first round of the playoffs.
Chicago making some changes. Joakim Noah's checked in for Gibson.
2 minutes.
Erzic comes in for Dunleavy. And Brooks subbed in for Rose. And then for Golden State, Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry.
That's the risk you run by staying out there as he picks up his third.
Kirk Heinrich, he's checked in for Chicago. Golden State also making some changes. Azili comes in for Draymond Green. And it's Barbosa in for Barnes. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting two. Nikola Mirotic, drafted as a late first-rounder, Clark, back in 2011. The Spanish star finally made his rookie debut in the NBA last season, and it was worth the wait.
It sure was, Kevin. I mean, once he started to get consistent PT, I mean, he was remarkable. Can run like the wind for a big guy, not that strong, but more aggressive than you'd think.
Spades dishes to Iguodala. And again, it's the Warriors missing. The Bulls leading by 22. And the pass to Butler, stolen by Barbosa. And now here comes Iguodala leading the break. And that one's good. Barbosa's got 6.
And really, once he got that steal, just really nothing the defense could do.
That's why turnovers are so costly, because in many cases, they're indefensible once possession changes hands.
And back to Mirotic last season, per 36 minutes, he averaged 18 points, 9 rebounds. He was also a tremendous foul shooter for a rookie big and made the all-rookie first team, was second in Rookie of the Year voting. I mean, what more could you ask for?
And the call will be against Sean Livingston. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we will head to the line for 2.
And, you know, for Mirotic, his value extends to the defensive end as well. He did a surprisingly good job of racking up blocks and steals last season. You have to believe that if he improves his power and consistency, an all-star nod isn't so far off.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
One way to protect the lead, knock down those free throws, and 100% free throwing for the quarter, that's superb.
The Bulls leading by 20. Here's Noah. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Brooks. And it's 6 points for Joakim Noah.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Here's Spates. No good. Great defense that time from Noah. Chicago's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Took him no time at all on that one. Heinrich's got his third basket of the night. Warriors shoot just 34% from the floor. Stolen by Brooks. Passes it to Heinrich. The dish to Butler. Kicks it to Brooks. And the call will be against Sean Livingston. That'll be foul number 5 on him, and due to the bonus, will be headed to the free throw line. Bulls have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight. And both free throws good for Brooks. 9 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Spates. Shot to stop the run.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body.
And the Bulls start out with the ball. Gasol passes to Rose. Gasol against Green, and it's Gasol penetrating. It's hauled in by Bogut, and it's the Warriors with the ball.
Well, I tell you, the Warriors roster fit together hand in glove. They were led by the Splash Brothers, but the front court and the bench really complemented the rest of the team perfectly because all of the players for the Warriors were extremely versatile and highly skilled.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And Golden State looking at who they've got. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. And it's Barnes in at the 3, the small forward.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
As you're talking about the Warriors, you know, they were built to play with each other last year. The bigs could all pass very well, and that set up the three-point threats.
And then even on the defensive side, I mean, they had players that really complemented each other. I mean, some undersized power forwards who countered with rim protectors. I mean, they also had the length at every perimeter position to switch on any play. So they are equally as adept on that side of the ball. Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Fred Hoiberg. What'd you find out, DB?
A big factor in this game, he said, is how well they do to contain the young shooter Klay Thompson, saying Thompson can really give you trouble coming off screens. We've got to have all-out energy fighting to stay on his hip, and then we need to pressure on the ball handler to try and delay the pass. Kevin, both jobs are hard.
And thank you for that, Doris.
And, guys, I was a bit worried, but now we all know the rim doesn't have a lid on it.
Yeah, you could actually feel the tightness and tenseness with each miss. I'm actually glad to see they got that first one out of the way.
Unloads from 13. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Right side Gasol from 15 feet away. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 3 assists now in this one. The Warriors have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Derrick Rose has certainly piled up the awards for such a young player, starting with Rookie of the Year, the 111 first place votes, only 5 for the runner-up. We know about his MVP, and that just shines out so brightly for him.
And how about he and Michael Jordan, the only MVPs in Chicago Bulls history?
Butler on the way. Here's Gasol. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Thompson. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
That mid-range shot has been a weapon for them up to this point, fellas.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
Barnes can't get it to go.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
And finished off by Noah.
And Kevin, plays like that, really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Clark, look at them. They are really into it.
Yeah, they sure are. That's a little salt in the wound there. I mean, they take a miss and turn it into one of the plays of the game. That hurts.
Here is Rose. Andrew Bogut making his last shot. Rose dishes to Gasol. Back to Rose. Launches a three. Rose can't get that one to fall.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
It's tipped. It's stolen by Dunleavy. Here's the teardrop, and it's Rose. This time the assist by Dunleavy.
Warriors call time.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Watching Mike Dunleavy Jr., he's simply the mark of consistency. We know he's in his mid-30s, but you know exactly what you're going to get out of him every season. I think Tom Thibodeau, last year's Chicago coach, really admired that and loved it.
It's so funny watching Mike Dunleavy Jr. play. I remember when his dad coached me when I was with Portland, and he was a little kid running around, and all of a sudden he's become this great NBA player. But you're right, though. He's made himself into a valuable asset in terms of the role he's been given for the Bulls. And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And the trend they'd love to continue right through the next three quarters as well, Greg.
Here's Brooks after the made shot from Andre Iguodala. Brooks with no one around. Cans his shot with nobody near him. Brooks has got his first points of the night.
Talking about Dunleavy, well, I tell you, he was playing at a high level already by his second season in the league. Practically every statistic across the board matches up since then, and that's over a decade later.
Gibson, and the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
That's good from Gibson.
And getting back to Dunleavy's consistency here in his later years, he's one of those guys who has really ramped up the nutrition. He's hitting the weight room. I could make the case that he was a tougher, better player last year, especially on defense, than at any other time in his career.
Now here's Brooks. The Bulls shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line, so that's a nice all-around effort.
You know, success at the line just became contagious for him. A few guys got on a roll, and it carried over to the rest of the team.
And both free throws good for Brooks. 29 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Spates. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Spates has got 5 now.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agility.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
The drive by Brooks. Here's Mirotic. Here's Gibson. And that's not going to go. Offense, the order of the day is the first. And the Gasol brothers, both starters in the All-Star game last season. It's the first time. Well, their story is a bit like a fairy tale, the way two of them, sons of medical professionals in Spain, become two of the best centers in the NBA of this era.
Yeah, and especially, Kevin, when you remember what a raw talent and how big and bulky Marc Gasol was when he was drafted by the Lakers, who traded him to Memphis for his brother.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. Looking at what we've seen from the Bulls, what do you got to say?
Well, they seem to be a step slower, and that's one reason why they've been able to own the rebounding end.
Well, the anticipation's been better. As the ball hits the rim, it's gone right to them. Solid job of them chasing it down and anticipating it.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin this second quarter. When out the wings, it's Iguodala and Barnes. Maurice Spates out there with Festus Ezeli, and it's Curry in at the 1 spot. Stolen by Noah. To the inside, here's Gasol. The Warriors pull it in.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim.
Oh!
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay.
And Maurice Spates last season with the best year of his career. I mean, he shot the cover off the ball and did a nice job on the boards as well.
Curry kicks to Barnes. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 3 assists now in this one. Dishes to Dunley. Lets the 3 fly. The Bulls keep it alive. That is good. 6 points for Pau Gasol.
Well, it's obvious. The difference in this quarter has been their dominance on the offensive boards.
Yeah, plenty of second chance points. Also keeps the opponent out of transition, not resting on their lead, staying active.
And the Warriors with some changes. Bogut comes in for Maurice Spates. And it's Klay Thompson in for Andre Iguodala. Here's Brooks. No good. And Golden State will come the other way. Ball's knocked loose and out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. Here is Rose. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Brooks outside. Noah the screen, and Brooks.